So why do you feel this is important to do?
I just think it's important for kids to understand the importance of education and knowing I would never be where I was at without the school. I don't think anybody who's been very successful, unless you find a gimmick in the world that, you know, is very rare, but how important school is every day. And the fact that I went to school every day unless I got a sick day, which, you know, we might all have loved, you know, but you just would have never found, you would have never gotten to where you're at if it wasn't for the school. And just kind of, you know, they said that there was a 2-week competition, and they said the attendance records went out through the roof. So just knowing that they thought about the fact that we could come here and bowl or have a good time it meant a lot to me to see that these kids, you know, started turning up to school more.
How much? I mean, obviously, you know, when you're a pro athlete, people think of the athletics first, but how much importance did your parents place on school when you were coming up?
I mean, like my mom, my dad always said no A, no play, and my mom, you know, I remember coming home and would be terrified to give her that report card if I didn't have the grades that I wanted. So they always stressed to me that the schoolwork was important. And like I said, I know some of the most talented people I've ever seen, you know, not be in the NFL because of that schoolwork, not getting it done, you know. So it's very important. I think also it helps you on the field as well. You know, you have a mind, intellect, you can make better decisions, or you've learned certain things. So it helped me in every which way.
Something young kids kind of need to learn is that, you know, to play sports, football, baseball, I mean, you have to be smart.
I mean, you have to memorize plays, you have to memorize coverages. There's so much that goes into football. It's not set hut, pass the ball, run, score a touchdown. It's not that simple. So there's a lot more, especially in the NFL at the highest level. You got to be smart to do it as well.
Why was it, since the program was announced by the team in the summer, you were on all the posters and literature and that. Why was it so important for you to feel like you needed to get involved with that with the program from day one?
Just, you know, coming here and just kind of, I never exactly had the opportunity in New York to do those things, and I've seen that they're so big over here and making sure the community's straight, and I loved it and I wanted to be a part of it. Bowling is one of my favorite things to do. And, you know, like I said, I always say I love the kids, so I just thought it was a perfect pairing of that combo, and it turned out to be very nice.
It looks like you relate to these kids really well. Is that something you enjoy, just hanging out with kids and talking to them a little bit?
Man, it's, you know, it's something about them. Like I said, they just have this. They haven't necessarily seen the world, you know, and they haven't experienced. They've been sheltered, you know. So like, there was a part of me that always had that innocent, that pure heart, and unfortunately, it was taken away just by life. But I can always relate to them. I'm a big kid at heart. I love nothing more than having fun, playing, and just kind of living life, you know, carefree. Not to say that I can do that anymore, but there's still always that part of me that can relate to them so easily. You know, I could sit here and be in here for hours just talking to them. So it's always cool for me to be around them. They're my inspiration, my motivation, and they drive me to keep going.
How did you develop that love of bowling you talk about?
It was kind of building up over the off season. I just started bowling like this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I got here, and you know, AMF was one of the first places I came to with a couple people on the team. And ever since then, I've been back and forth. I've been here bowling. High as I got right now is like a 250. So I'm trying to get a 300 perfect game, but it's just, it might take some editing on the scorecard for me to get that yet. But it's something that I just love. Like I said, it's something. You come in here and it's the same thing over and over again. It's can you focus and lock in just for that split second, that moment. So it's almost like a challenge to me, bigger than bowling itself. You know, and I enjoy it. It's a good pastime.
I don't know. Is there a sport that you don't play well at a high level?
I'm not very good at tennis. I tried it already. You know, I can get to the ball and get back and forth, but I'm just not very good at it. One of my boys growing up, he played tennis all his life, so we were always going to try and hit. And not very good at it.
If you kept up the golf, I know you were hitting balls, whatever, during the offseason. I saw you doing.
I think towards the back end, I'll get back into it. I don't think I have the patience for it right now. It's too much. You know, I remember I went out. You ever go play a different sport than what you're doing? And I went out one day and I was hitting I hit like 400, 500 balls at the driving range, and I came the next day for like 3 weeks with my AC joint just like on fire. So I was like, it's something that I might get into after football during the off season and maybe pick up a few lessons here and there and really learn. And it's kind of like bowling. It's the same as that. Tedious, meticulous. You just have to be in the moment each and every time. It's not like you could just shoot a basketball, you know, and it's a little different. It's a little more calculated, so it could be something I get into later.
You see yourself doing more of these events? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I can see it happening. Don't know exactly what or when, but I just love being around kids. Like, you know, I just love being able to inspire somebody. I remember when I was their age and I looked at somebody that way. So I know that I have a role in society and a role for these kids. So I just want to fulfill my legacy in each and every way.
Hey, we talked to Belichick right before we came here, actually.
You talked to Belichick?
We had a conference call with him.
We're just on to Cleveland.
Yeah. He actually said a lot about the Browns, including you, and he said he has a ton of respect for you, and he called you a game breaker. I just wondered kind of what you thought about going against him and the compliment.
You know, even from when I was in the league, before I was in the league, I've always hated the Patriots because they were always winning. They were always finding a way to do it. And Tom Brady beat, you know, the only team that I had ever really followed growing up in Super Bowls. So it just is like, this is a team who I've watched closely for years, the way that they do it. And I remember me saying a quote about, you know, wanting to be like the Patriots. It's like, who doesn't want to win and who doesn't want to have a full team perform in every which way, and special teams, offense, defense, and just a full, complete game. So the way that he's made that organization, along with Brady and Kraft and everybody else who's come through and kind of molded and developed it, he's, you know, as soon as I see him after the game, you know, I'll give him love. If I see him before the game, there's always nothing but love and respect for Brady as well. I actually have a pair of cleats for him made out of, I hope no animals were really harmed, but it's made out of goat hair. So I'll give them to him after the game, and you know, this has always been an organization that I've watched.
So you guys are specifically made for him, or?
It's for me too, but yeah, but I'm gonna give him to him because he's more the goat than it's just he's more the goat than I am.
Do you want to get anything off your chest? Because we saw your Instagram thing about the fine.
It's just whack. There's no other way to put it. It's just whack. You know, pants. You're getting fined $15,000 for some pants, and a knee pad that's this big is not going to protect me from getting hit from Dante Hightower and straight into my knee. There's no way around it. Everyone around the league's pants are there. My kneecap's way higher than probably a lot of the other people. It's just something. It's stupid. You know, there's no way around it. You could ask people in the NFL. I got hit from all kinds of different players and different teams, just like this. It's just whack. I don't know how else to describe it to you, but it's whack.
Is it odd to you that fine is the same amount that like Marlon Humphrey got and even you got?
It's different for me.
For the fighting?
That's how I feel. It's just different for me, or whatever the case may be. They feel the need to fine me, and for some pants that cost probably 6 cents to make. You know what I mean? And we're getting fined $15,000. I just find it a way that they're just finding a way to pull the money back from the players. There's no other way around it. That's just what they're doing.
You appeal every time?
I'll be on a phone call October 29th, 4:55 p.m. or something like that. And I'm gonna say the same thing. It's